Texas Memorial Stadium. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Texas Longhorns. Restate the state of Pollock and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Here in Austin, DKR is one of the most iconic stadiums in college football. Texas Memorial Stadium, the fans, the burnt orange. You've got Bevo here on the sideline. There is so much to love every time you come to a college football game here. History in the making at DKR. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. And the Longhorns headed for the ball, and we are ready for action. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Working the ground game. Finds Zach Priest, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
From the gun, it's Hill. All over him immediately.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Throwing Mack right down the middle. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early. Great place to start for this offense. They'll give it to Brown. Turning it on. Inside the 10. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
Now, sudden change situations are so interesting because oftentimes in that kind of instance, you get the ball back on a turnover and offenses are trying to take a shot looking for the home run touchdown. But that time, they just turned around and handed it off. It was a more conservative play call, David, but it gave them the same desired result.
Well, and it's kind of crazy. When you force that turnover, everybody goes bananas. The sideline's going nuts. You get a little bit of extra juice, and then they hand the football off, and everybody does their job. They capitalize on it. Momentum swings happen so fast in college football.
On the return, it's Rodgers. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Tide ready to roll on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Mack, look out, and he gets it away.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mack. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Caught over the middle. It's Wingo. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. I think that receiver really had two choices there. Catch the ball, or he was going to wear it in his chest.
Yeah, he's going to be maybe taking an ice bath after too many of these curl routes. He catches them in the body like that. This quarterback has a cannon arm. The receiver found the soft spot in the zone, and, man, the quarterback gave him no choice.
Follows his blocks. It smothers. There he goes. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And that is just an attitude run. Running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Left side is Townsend. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on fourth down. His third and long from the 45. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
It's been a tale of two drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Right side, it's Townsend. Finds a seam. He's at the tag. Touchdown, Longhorns. He got a step and just dusted the field.
And how about the big tight end doing the work for the quarterback, man? Nice, short, safe throw. And how about the speed, the athletic ability? You've seen the evolution of the tight end in the history of football, and this is exactly why. They went from being a big target to now a guy that can make plays after the catch and make big home run plays like he did right there.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score coming on the touchdown pass from 55 yards out. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Hand it to the back. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Keeps it moving. It's Hill. Oh, he's got some space. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of gains all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Austin Mack. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Second and long here. Back to pass, it's Mack. Out wide right, it's Hill. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
That is a really good job by the defense understanding leverage. I can't let that fast sucker get outside of me towards the sidelines. Nice job expanding with him and then going and making a tackle. One of the hardest things to do in football is tackle guys in the open field. Great job going and getting him on the ground.
Incomplete. Big fight for the ball, but it falls to the ground.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Hunt is on its way. Not a lot of room to field this one. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Here's Arch to throw. Here comes the heat. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
Back to pass on second down. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Picked off, and this one could go all the way back. Touchdown, Alabama! The defense putting points on the board.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Madness. Buying time to his right. Fires to the tight end. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Man, this guy is so dangerous running it, and the speed can also help him extend the play to hurt you throwing it, David. As a defense, what do you got to do to keep this guy in the pocket?
Well, the hard part is once he gets outside the pocket, you have to play the second play. The first play, everybody had a route to run, but the second play, it's the scramble drill, and receivers going to break and cut and do something different. So it's so annoying. It's frustrating to have a guy like this that can get outside the pocket and do so much damage.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Right side, it's Townsend. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Arch is going to throw for it. Out wide right, it's Wingo. All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Man, you gotta love the response of the quarterback. Like last possession, you make a mistake, easy to get down on yourself sometimes, but now just come out and you're absolutely surgical. 4 for 4, spreading the ball out, seeing the defense really well. Nice bounce back for this QB.
The Longhorns go back to work after moving the chains through the air. But nowhere to go. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
To the air, it's Manning. Looking to the big tight end. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Third and long right here. Manning from the gun on third down. Fires to the big fella. Breaks into the open. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone.
And as a quarterback, man, you have to have a short memory, right? Be able to put mistakes behind you. He threw an interception last possession. Who cares? Nice job coming out, getting organized, getting the play down, having confidence, and now they're moving the ball right down the field.
And the Longhorns, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. After the shower of flags, it's 1st and 15 for this offense. Manning. They're all over it. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast and he can do some damage, but they did a nice job containing him. Once he left the pocket, they were ready for it, came to him, he tried to throw the football. Nice hit on the quarterback as he's throwing to force a bad pass.
Looking to throw again. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Good coverage to knock that pass away.
And a really great job by the defense adjusting now, because on this drive, this quarterback has found his guy a few times, and now the defense is saying, we are double covering him. You might throw it somewhere else, but that guy is not going to make the catch.
They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Texas! And they take it in for 6 more points.
It's so challenging to stop the middle of the field passes deep down. You stretch me in these zones. I got to run with you in man. It's always a good idea to run those deep posts, and you could tell they saw it all the way. Receiver, quarterback on the same page, gets the big touchdown.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. 75 yards on the touchdown drive. And they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. He'll bring it out. It's Rodgers. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Throwing, Mack. Setting up the screen. Turning it on. Rams him with the stiff arm. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
Man, what a nice run by the QB. Great job exploding, getting upfield, and then smartly getting out of bounds. And, man, how hard is it to stop an offense with a guy at the quarterback spot that's so dynamic?
Dropping back, it's Mack. Taking a shot. He took a shot at the end zone, and he almost picked it off. It'll be third down.
And I feel like that was predetermined. Like, they told him in the huddle, man, chuck that thing down the field. Like, haven't run the ball well, haven't thrown it well. They haven't really gotten started off on the right foot in this football game. It looks like they're still searching for answers, for something that they can get some momentum going.
Finds a man in the middle. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Mack. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Down to the 32 and out of bounds right there.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism, and he showed you he has the ability to hurt you with it.
It's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the ball out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. To throw, Manning. Dumps it to the back. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
On second down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. Absolute shame. Missed it. Guys, a missed field goal and nothing changes. Still a 14-point game. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Throwing Manning. Escapes the pressure to his right. Throwing on the run. And it's picked off for the third time today. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him, so I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Gets the back moving. Here's Manning to throw. Incomplete. And they fought for it, but it just squirted harmlessly to the ground. Holly, what update do you have on that?
Guys, things are starting to get intense down here on the sideline. The turnovers have been the story of this game, and it all starts with this defense. After that last interception, they came to the sideline, and the guys keep saying, let's keep eating. This defense is fueling this team today and taking control of the game. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. They think they can create space here with a run to the right.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
Might as well run him again. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's fourth down. Fourth down, Manning. Another interception. That's his fourth of the day. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. And on the opening drive of the second half, you've made adjustments, but sometimes you underestimate the fact that the defense is ready for your adjustments.
And they've made their own adjustments as well, and they're allowed to sit there in the locker room and think and wonder about how you're going to attack them coming out of the tunnel. Great job being ready to go at the start of the second half by the defense.
There he goes. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down. Way off target there.
And I thought the game plan has been so good by this defense, man. They know exactly who his go-to guy is out wide, and they're doing a great job of mixing up coverage, taking that away. Listen, this QB doesn't have to go to him, and that's why I think you look next. Who's your next best playmaker that can make something happen for you? Maybe go find him, because they're locked in on that star out wide.
Oh, he had it, and he dropped it. Almost one of those big plays he's known for. It'll be third down. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Mack from the gun on third down. Picked off to stop the threat. Looking for more room. Takes it back to the 26-yard line as they come up with a big interception there.
Well, it's 3rd and long. They're trying to throw beyond the sticks to get the first down. What a great job by the defender that time, breaking on the ball, snagging it out of the air, and securing that interception.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Here's Arch to throw. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Well, the receiver did everything right. He ran a good route. He got his head around. He just didn't finish the play. Just look it in.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Straight ahead, it's Smothers. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. 3rd down conversions, always a huge stat. And they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. He didn't get a lot on the return, but man, did he set his offense up at the 30. Here comes that Alabama offense. The defense made a play with that interception to set them up. Now to see if they can cash it in. Quick give. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
Nice 1st down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run or hide. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
They'll go play action with Mack. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
You got to give the defense credit here because they came out here in the 2nd half with the goal of putting the clamps on this passing attack, and they have not allowed a completion yet in the 3rd quarter. This offense has thrown it time and time again. Nothing there.
There were serious revolutions on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Just drives it between the uprights. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Draw play, it's Smothers. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
Really nice play call by the offense, too. Obviously, your quarterback's thrown picks on his last 2 drives, so you have to settle him down. And the best way to settle down a quarterback is to get the running game going. Put it on the big fellas up front. Put it on your backs. That's a really nice run, and that should help settle the QB down a bit.
The pull and throw off the RPO. They get him on the ground at the 36 after a pickup of 5.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Arch Madness. Over the middle, complete to Coleman. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Long way to go on second down. Looking for a gap. It's Smothers. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. Third and 8. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Manning from the gun on third down. Quickly to the tight end. And that's not going to be a first down. He stopped just millimeters away from moving the chains.
All right, they get the completion. Don't get the first down. So we've got a massive decision now, 4th and inches. Personally, I like QB sneak. I think that picks it up right here. No matter where you are in the field, you can keep this drive going.
And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Flying out to the left. He's at the touchdown, Crimson Tide. And they turn it into a defensive score.
Oh, they could not have come up with a bigger play at a more opportune time. The defense getting the interception and taking it back to the house right at a point in the game when it looked like the offense was maybe going to pad their lead and seal this one. All of a sudden, this game has gotten really interesting.
He gets it in for the 2-point conversion, and now they trail by only 3. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. So they get the ball back, still clinging to this slim lead. Defense helped them out, holding them to a field goal, but man, do they need some momentum on offense. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Runs through, man. He might have some space. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Big third down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on third down.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chain. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points, and now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock.
Makes the catch and he's free. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running inside. It smothers.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. They'll run it out of the gun with Brown. Just smothered on the play. Alabama calls its 2nd timeout of the half. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the 1st down on 3rd and long. Rush right in his face. On the move, he fires. It's caught downfield. He's got enough to move the chains, and that clock will keep moving, and they'll be able to run it out. Now the Tide uses its 3rd and final timeout. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the 1st down. And the Longhorns line it up with a 1st and goal. And they'll take a knee.
And this is the favorite formation in the offense. This is what you want to end every game with. Victory formation, take a knee. You can tell the crowd's into it, digging it, and they're loving the victory.
How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.